Hey guys, I'm here today to show you the Uspeed USB to HDMI DVI adapter. Now this thing has a ton of uses. What this will let you do is hook up your computer to up to 6 external monitors and or TVs, or a mixture of either, which is awesome because what you don't have to do is buy a new graphics card that's going to have all those VGA or DVI or HDMI outputs. So this will really let you use your current computer in a bunch of different ways. Here we have the adapter itself. This is the DVI to HDMI adapter or HDMI to DVI adapter. We also have the USB 3.0 cable, the software, and a user manual, which I flipped a little bit earlier, is actually pretty detailed. The great thing about this USB 3.0 cable is that it's actually compatible with the USB 2.0 USB system. So what that means is you don't have to have the latest and greatest computer to be able to extend your monitors. If you have a kind of older computer and it just has the one VGA output, what you're going to be able to do is use this and give yourself an additional monitor. Now, why might you need an additional monitor? The most common reason is you just need a bigger workspace. You need a bigger digital table to put your stuff. So maybe you want to have news, maybe you want to have your Twitter feed or your Facebook, in addition to having Chrome open. Something I like to do, I like to have documents side by side, so when I'm doing research in one, I can write in the other, or maybe have a document. This would allow you to have 2 documents and also a browser window, which I just find incredibly helpful. Maybe you have kids, you want to work on your laptop while you want to have it. This could run to your TV, and you could be streaming, Netflix or whatever it is that you're going to watch, or your kid's going to watch. Maybe you are a systems network administrator and you got to work with a lot of headless servers. You just bring this thing, bring a monitor, pop it in, and you're good to go. If you travel a lot, you do a lot of presentations on the road. As a teacher, something that I found incredibly helpful and at the same time a big pain was being able to be compatible with all the different systems that you might encounter in different classrooms, in different schools, and in different states, wherever you go. So keeping this in your bag, in your back pocket, in the event you need to hook up to an HDMI if the computer doesn't have it, incredibly helpful. What I want to do today is I want to walk you through some of the different things you can do with it, because there's a lot of ways you can actually configure these monitors, and I also want to walk through the pretty simple installation, but it's still, it might help some of you guys to see exactly how that can work. So, without further ado, we'll get moving with that, and here you go. Alright, so here I am. I want to show you guys the quick installation of this software. Now you can download this software or you can use the included CD. Pretty straightforward, pretty much the same as you've done with any other piece of software you may have installed. I'm simply going to click on the I accept because I read that whole thing. I'm going to let this go ahead and click and clack and do what it needs to do to install. Okay, so next I want to go through the hardware installation of the HDMI adapter. About as straightforward as it gets. What you're going to have is pop your USB cable into your machine. You're going to take the HDMI end and you're going to put it into the adapter itself. And this is my second monitor with power running from it, and it's got the HDMI cable. We're going to run this from the other way. Pop it in like that. Little green light lets me know it's all good. We're all set. Okay, so I just installed the hardware. I connected my second monitor to my system. It's already recognizing it, which is awesome. I can already, start using it if I wanted to. What also popped up was this Windows System Panel Preferences thing. And what this does is it lets me adjust my displays. Now, if you're going to be working with multiple displays, knowing how to find this and how to use this is pretty crucial. So what I'm going to do, even though it automatically detected it or automatically popped up, you might need to change that. So to get there, click on the Start button, Control Panel, Appearance and Personalization, and Display. Then you're going to want to go to Display Settings. I'm going to click Change Display Settings, and here we are. Now it says 1 and 2. 1 is your primary monitor. It's the monitor that's hooked into the display or the graphics port of your computer. Number 2 is the monitor that's being run out of USB through our USB HDMI adapter. So what we can do here is by clicking on these monitors, we can see we have different information for each of these computers. This monitor is much bigger. The max resolution on my secondary monitor is actually significantly higher than my first monitor, which is why it's not filling out the screen on the second monitor. If I wanted to do that, then what I would do is simply adjust it down to what the resolution is, and you can see the size changes. And bing, bang, boom, when we apply that, we're going to have, yes, I want to keep these changes because I want these to be identical. It really fills it out. Another really important feature through this display settings that you can manipulate is the placement of your monitor. So you click and drag, and you can really put this thing anywhere you want. The reason that's important is because maybe this monitor is above, the secondary monitor is above your primary monitor. Maybe you have it just slightly offset, the base is a little bit different. So what that does is it lets you really fine-tune exactly where those monitors are going to be. So again, really useful tool. It's in the control panel. You should know how to use it. But you don't always have to go in the control panel every time you want to make an adjustment. If you go down here, after installing the hardware, you're going to have this new icon. It's USB 3.0 HDMI adapter. Click on that. You have a fallout screen. You're going to have different options. You have screen resolution. You can pop this into any resolution that you're interested in. Screen rotation is going to let you keep it normal. It's going to let the secondary screen rotate left. Secondary screen can rotate right, or you can actually make it upside down, which for your average person isn't incredibly useful, but if you're using something like a projector, or you're using the way you have a certain display setup, it actually might come in really handy. Next, you have Extend To. This is the quick version of where do you want your monitor to exist, your secondary monitor, in relation to your primary monitor, the number one. So this lets me kick it to the right, to the left, above or below. Pretty straightforward, but also, it's a really great shortcut if you're looking to save some time. Because of the way the system's set up, because of the way the computer thinks about the way its monitors are set up, it needs to have a primary monitor, a main monitor. By default, that's going to be your graphics monitor. If you wanted, you could set your secondary monitor as your main monitor. So the monitor that's connected to the USB port would be your main monitor, which, again, for depending on the usages, could be really, really useful. Especially with multiple monitors and one workstation, you can quickly move that workstation to wherever you need it to go. Mirroring versus extending. Extending gives you just one giant canvas on which you can work. It makes your workspace extra big. It lets you have a Netflix program playing here while you're working on an Excel spreadsheet here. Mirroring, on the other hand, is actually going to make both monitors show the exact same thing. So you would want to use that if you're presenting or if you're teaching in front of a classroom of students and you want them to see what it is that you're seeing. Again, it's got its uses, and this is where you would go to quickly turn that on. If you want to shut this monitor off for whatever reason, you just go here, you click off, and really quick, really straightforward, and it simply turns the monitor off. It does exactly what it says. Optimized for video is going to make video appear a little crisper, a little brighter on your secondary screen, and then if you're connected to a TV, because of the way TVs work, they all have different sizes. This is going to let you customize and fit the screen exactly to your TV to make sure you're getting the best picture you can possibly get. So that is a wrap-up of how to install the software, connect the hardware, and actually use your secondary monitor with your first monitor. I hope you appreciated this walkthrough of the Uspeed UGA USB display adapter, and have a good one. So I want to show you guys the specific differences between the extend mode and the mirror mode. In the extend mode, it's going to make your screens work as one. So what it's going to do is give you a really big workspace, a really nice platform where you can have just a very big area in which to work. So what I have on this screen and what I have on this screen doesn't have to be the same. And again, the uses for this are almost endless. You can have, Netflix playing on your secondary screen while you're working on, Excel or Word on your primary screen. What mirroring does is it's going to make these two screens identical. Now, this is incredibly helpful for if you need to present something to somebody, whether it's at a convention or in a classroom. And this is going to make the two screens identical. So here I have my Firefox window open, and it's essentially the exact same thing on each screen. Because of the screen size is different, it automatically adjusts, and it makes that work seamlessly together. It's really convenient. Going back to the menu, we have off, does what it says it does, as it turns the secondary monitor off. You have optimized for video, which is going to make video just a little bit crisper, a little bit clearer. And finally, you have a fit to TV. TVs are different sizes, so this is going to give you a nice, easy-to-use tool that's going to let you size the screen, the output from your computer, exactly to whatever size your TV is. So that is the UGA USB display adapter from Uspeed, and hope you guys enjoyed it. Hope it was helpful, and good luck.